39% of adults around the world are now overweight. This isn't a problem restricted only to Western countries. This is a global problem. More deaths are now caused by obesity than starvation. Our ancestors, who dealt with famine on a regular basis, could have never imagined that we would now have the exact opposite problem. This obesity epidemic is going to cause huge problems for healthcare systems around the world, and health organizations everywhere are struggling to figure out how to deal with this enormous problem. Amongst the madness, technology has given birth to a strange new monster we've never seen before: the fat logic echo chamber. Fat logic is an ideology. Many of its proponents will call it body positivity, fat acceptance, fat positive, or intuitive eating. Like all popular ideologies, all of them have large amounts of truth within them. We do live in a fat-phobic society. Diet culture is toxic. Women are bombarded with images of women with an unrealistic beauty standard. And women shouldn't despise themselves for being overweight, to the point of eating disorders. The problem is, the internet creates digital echo chambers that take all sets of ideas to their extreme endpoints and drag unsuspecting people into a toxic ideology that has the potential to ruin their life. The truth is, the fat logic echo chamber is dangerous, and that's why this video is necessary. I hope that every single overweight person has the mental strength to accept the reality of the situation so that they can improve their lives for real instead of chasing the shadows of happiness. It's also my hope that those of you who are not overweight understand this issue in greater depth instead of simply proclaiming how fat people are stupid. I want to deal with this emotionally charged issue in a calm, logical manner that will bring everyone clarity. The fat logic echo chamber believes the following: being fat is not unhealthy. Doctors are fatphobic and cannot be trusted. The only reason fat people feel unattractive is because of our fatphobic culture. On the internet, we live in filter bubbles. The algorithms of Google, YouTube, and Facebook purposefully display to us content that we're the most likely to click on. If you like football, YouTube will suggest videos about football. If you're politically left-wing, then the Facebook groups you follow will continually show you left-wing content. And if you like the messages of the body positive, fat acceptance movement, then Google, YouTube, and Facebook will show you content that fits in the body positive, fat acceptance ideology. There are filter bubbles, composed of millions of users found across the internet. Left-wing politics, right-wing politics, feminism, men's rights activists. All of these groups are continually being fed content that they already agree with. Every single filter bubble has a gravitational pull to the extreme center. The more time you spend in one particular filter bubble, the more extreme your views will become. And that's exactly what happens to those who are inside the fat logic filter bubble. They start by consuming content with messages like love your body and be kind to yourself. After months and months of being pulled into the filter bubble, they find themselves watching content saying doctors are fatphobic and obesity isn't unhealthy. What was originally a message about body positivity was transformed into dangerous fat logic by algorithms on the internet. One of the central assumptions of the fat logic echo chamber is that human beings are a blank slate and we learn everything we know through a process of socialization, an assumption that is entirely false. In the fat logic echo chamber, like all echo chambers, certain factors of an issue are consistently emphasized and others are consistently downplayed. Those inside the fat logic echo chamber will continually emphasize the negatives of toxic diet culture. But the suggestion that you could lose weight without resorting to a fad diet is never mentioned. Why most people don't find fat attractive. Men don't find certain women physically attractive because of the media images they see. Instead, men find women attractive based on their ability to give birth to healthy children. Clear skin, big breasts, full lips, sharp cheekbones, and a waist-hip ratio of around 0.7 are all signifiers of a healthy woman capable of giving birth to a healthy child. Through a process of evolution, men who chose women with these physical traits spread more of their genes into the next generation through healthy children. It's called sexual selection, and it's a selection process found throughout the animal kingdom. And let's not forget, humans are animals too. Men don't know why they find these things so attractive. They have no idea that there are ancient, subconscious evolutionary mechanisms at play every time they look at a woman. All they know is that they like what they see. None of this is to say that appearance is the final word on attractiveness. Behavior is also an incredibly important measure of attractiveness, and compatible personalities are far more important than appearance if you're searching for a long-term relationship. The point being made here is that we're evolutionary wired to have a negative reaction to excess fat. And that's the reason we live in a fatphobic society. The food environment. In one experiment, rats were given to bottles to drink from. One contained cocaine, the other contained sugar water. Most of the rats chose the sugar water. Rats being experimented on in a rat maze don't know why the maze is there or why there is a bottle of sugar water ready for them. They just allow their instincts to interact with the environment. In exactly the same way, human beings don't understand the environment they've been placed in. This is an environment where sugar, a highly addictive substance, is absolutely everywhere. Many humans inevitably get addicted to the substance and suffer health problems as a result. They then put their focus on blaming the humans around them for judging them and treating them differently. All the while, the controllers of the experiment look on from above and laugh, walking away with all the profits. Aside from highly addictive products like chocolate bars and candy, sugar is even hidden in foods most people would consider healthy, such cereal, fruit juice, granola bars, and peanut butter. These processed foods are made by scientists in a lab to be as addictive as possible. Considering we're surrounded by highly addictive food, is it really any surprise that we have huge numbers of obese people? The food industry is the predator, and you are the prey. By addicting you and confusing you, this entity has managed to trick you into stealing your resources at the expense of your health, as well as the health of your children. The logic of an addict. Rationalization is one of the mostly deadly attributes of addiction. Addicts convince themselves that there's nothing wrong with their behavior. Addicts who have rationalized their own addiction will go on to convince others of their rationalization. And when millions of people are connected through the internet, addiction rationalization can be done on a mass scale. Hence, the fat logic echo chamber. Fat logic echo chamber is created by algorithms on the internet. Overweight people are universally seen as unattractive. Obesity is strongly correlated with poor health and death. Obesity is an addiction caused purposefully by the food industry. I hope I've managed to unravel the confusing world of food and body weight by giving you the cold, hard truth about the situation. And if you're obese or overweight, I hope you'll use this information to confront the brutal reality of the situation and make true change to your life.